Good evening. It's been said the Obama White House lost control of its own message on health care. They spent a few weeks in late summer getting pummeled on it by the opposition. They started fighting back with that speech before a joint session, and now the president starts his air assault. Between now and Monday, he is doing the Sunday morning political shows on NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, and Univision. 5 political shows and entertainment, The Late Show Monday night. It is a presidential media blitz. Today it was joined by the First Lady. And as part of this media strategy, the president was interviewed by moderator of Meet the Press, David Gregory, for this Sunday's broadcast. David asked him about the much talked about topic this past week.
This healthcare debate, as you well know, can sometimes be about bigger things. And among your harshest critics is the view somehow that government is out of control. And in some cases, it's gotten very personal. Right. Your election to a lot of people was supposed to mark America somehow moving beyond race. Right. And yet this week you had former President Jimmy Carter saying most, not just a little, but most of this Republican opposition against you is motivated by racism. Do you agree with that?
No. Look, I said during the campaign, are there some people who still think through the prism of race when it comes to evaluating me and my candidacy? Absolutely. Sometimes they vote for me for that reason. Sometimes they vote against me for that reason. I'm sure that was true during the campaign. I'm sure that's true now. But I think you actually put your finger on what this argument's really about. And it's an argument that's gone on for the history of this republic. And that is, what's the right role of government? How do we balance freedom with our need to look after one another? I talked about this in the joint session speech. This is not a new argument, and it always invokes passions.
We'll talk to David Gregory in just a moment. That was just part of the exchange with the president tonight. We'll begin tonight with the larger media strategy at work here, and our White House correspondent, Savannah Guthrie. Savannah, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. Aides here often say the president is their most effective advocate. Look no further than this presidential media blitz we're seeing this weekend. But in the fight of his presidency over health care, the White House is deploying another big resource, First Lady Michelle Obama.
This current situation is unacceptable. It is unacceptable.
For the first time really engaging in the health care debate, First Lady Michelle Obama went to the heart of the matter.
We were terrified. He said, get to the emergency room right away.
She told of the time daughter Sasha became ill as an infant.
But it is that moment in our lives that flashes through my head every time we engage in this health insurance conversation. It's that moment in my life. Because I think about what on earth would we have done if we had not had insurance.
Trying to turn the tide of public opinion and get a health care bill across the finish line, the White House is deploying a not-so-secret weapon.
We can build a better future and maybe affect the world.
On the campaign trail, Michelle Obama was known as the closer. So effective was she at closing the sale for her husband. But though she is a Harvard-trained lawyer and former hospital executive, as First Lady, she's focused on non-controversial issues like healthy eating, avoiding the nitty-gritty of the health care policy debate. The White House is mindful of the disastrous experience of another First Lady. Hillary Clinton, still so identified with the issue, she was asked about it today.
So we just have to calm down here, take 2 aspirin, go to bed. Think about it in the morning. But I'm very optimistic.
You keep your insurance, you keep your doctors, and you're blessed.
As she enters the health care battle, some analysts say the First Lady must tread carefully.
If she gets too specific, she invites criticism. And if she can stay above the fray, keep going out there, get in front of the right audiences, and stick with the right message, it will be helpful.
Aides to the First Lady are quick to say she will not be at the policy table, but is more focused on where policy and people intersect. But as more evidence of how the White House is using the First Lady, it is she, not her husband, who will travel to Copenhagen next month to make Chicago's bid for the 2016 Olympics, Brian.
All right, Savannah Guthrie at the White House starting us off tonight. Thanks, Savannah.